Little vintage unboxing. 2001's Boromir from Lord of the Rings, aka Sean Bean. What's up, everybody? The time machine is heading back to 2001. We're going to talk about the Lord of the Rings. We're going to unbox Mr. Boromir. We'll check him out, see what he's got. This is the character played by Sean Bean. Lord of the Rings, which is hard to believe this happened 24 years ago. Obviously, the books are extremely old. I believe J.R.R. Tolkien wrote them in the 50s. But the first of the movies was The Fellowship of the Rings. I'm sure I'm wrong about this, but this is honestly the first time I remember where Hollywood basically green lit a movie and then basically said the whole trilogy is going to be made. All the Lord of the Rings movies are phenomenal. They're pretty long. It will take you a good 2 days to watch the extended cuts, and then if you want to throw the Hobbits in there, they are phenomenal movies. I said Sean Bean played the character. We know him from all kind of stuff. The first role I actually remember him was Clear and Present Day. He was the, I believe it's the main villain against Harrison Ford's Jack Ryan. Sean Bean's a phenomenal actor. Probably the most recent, biggest role he had is Ned Stark in Game of Thrones. And I believe after that, if you hadn't seen Game of Thrones, I don't want to spoil too much. I think he wrote into his contract that he's not getting killed in anything else. He needs to survive a little longer in movies. So, Boromir is one of the groups that heads off with the Hobbits, Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin, I believe. They go on their giant adventure, and he actually kind of starts to sway toward the dark side during the movie.
Lend me the ring. No. Why do you recoil? I am no thief.
You are not yourself.
At the end, he kind of redeems himself, and he takes out a bunch of orcs, protecting Merry and Pippin. They have him credited for Twin Towers. I'm sorry, not Twin Towers. Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, and then the Return of the King. But I think it's flashback moments. I've seen the movies, but I haven't watched them in a long time. So let's open him up, see what he's got. It's already peeling back on the card, so it'll make it a little less painful when I open it. This figure is actually made in 2004 by Toy Biz, a division of Marvel Enterprise. So, superposable Boromir. Let's pull him out, see what he's got. I said it's not going to take much. Not as painful when it's falling out of the box. The bubbles starting to yellow, so when they start to yellow, they usually crack at some point. And it just came right off the card. Pull them out. Like his cape, I mean, you could tell it's already starting to get kind of sticky, and I don't want to say melt, but it's discoloring and things like that. It speeds up the process when the cards and things are starting to pull off, and it's getting a lot more airflow and all in there. I was surprised this was made by Toy Biz. It seems like once Spawn hit the world in mid '90s, and Todd McFarlane started making toys, it seems like he had the rights to pretty much everything that was built really well as far as posability and all. Yeah, you could actually see some of where the cape and all is starting to decompose and the oils are running. Sword does come out. His shield does come from around his head. It actually made it look like I'm worried about tearing it up. Being 20-something years old. There's a shield. On the back of the box, they make it look like it comes with a stand. There's actually just a little rock stand in there, but they didn't throw that in. He's got a dagger that comes out of the back right there. Yeah, he's definitely gooing up a bit. That's why it's better to have the cloth capes. Probably why they started getting away from this type of rubber. Highly posable. When they started doing the toes and all in the toys, that's when you could really start doing a whole lot with them. You see here. Wrist and all does move. Head moves a little. It's got the long, I don't want to call it kilt, but the long overlaying that goes over his pants right there. Like I said, all you can kind of see the shininess where the rubber is decomposing. And the goo is getting all over my hands. But actually, that's pretty neat. For 20 years ago, for the hands that, well, they're supposed to move. There's a joint right there. The hands that move up and down like that. Both do it. Let's see here. They actually hold this sword. I think the joint's probably a little decomposed, but it is staying in his hand. See, his dagger is completely sticky and a little bent up. All right, so it does close down. Actually has a pretty decent resemblance to Sean Bean for something made 21 years ago. Well, his sword just fell inside of the hydrofoil over here. And of course, now it's all the way in the bottom. All right, Magneto, give me the sword back. All right, let's check out. Will he actually hold the shield? Not very well. But it does have the strap where it goes on his back. Looks like at some, I don't know, at one point you might have been able to stretch the belt and take it off. I don't know if that's what holds the skirting around his cloak. Cloak's the term I'm looking for. Cloak. Will he stand up on his own, which is always the key to any figure. Can you get him to stand up? And when they have capes, cloaks, all those extra weighted things, Supermans and all those, all the superheroes, it always is a little harder to get them to stand up on their own. Got to kind of lean them a little forward on the toes. Maybe put a shield in his hand. That'll kind of hold the. All right, that'll even him out a little weight-wise. Like I said, Father Time has caught up with this one. With the card, it's kind of pulling away. You can tell it's kind of decomposed a little bit faster. But this would have been really cool when Teeker was about 12 years old. But it came out when Teeker was about, how old was Teeker? Teeker was 25 back then. So, see if we can get him to stand up at all. All right. Nope, not much. But again, cool little fig. I'll try to track down some more Lord of the Rings figures. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. I appreciate you watching. The Time Machine gave us a little look back 2001. Everybody have a wonderful day. Teeeker out.